Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First step, police try to track down thief or thieves who stole from gym. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
We've never had this type of problem before.
The problem? 2 thefts this month at Fortitude Health and Fitness in Manchester. These are surveillance photos of the suspect or suspects from police. One of the partners says they've been in business for about 6 years, and David Booth says this is the first time they've had to deal with this.
Very dismayed that we've had this intrusion in our community. We want to have a safe place and environment for our members.
The first theft happening on March 2nd.
On the 2nd, the individual walked in, went to an unsecured locker and removed an orange coat.
4 days later, a thief struck again.
Once again goes into a men's locker room, unsecured locker. This time removes a wallet, takes a credit card and a debit card, and then decides to go spend some money from both of these stolen cards in various Queen City stores.
Booth says none of their members recognize the thief or thieves, as police aren't sure if they're dealing with one man or two.
The man in the orange coat appears to be slightly older than the man in the black sweater in the second photograph provided, but they do share similarities, so we can't rule out that it's not in fact the same individual.
Police are calling this a crime of opportunity and say there is a simple way to keep this from happening.
That simple fact of putting a lock on that locker would have deprived this individual of stealing your valuables and walking away with them.
Now, if you recognize anyone in the photos and you want to remain anonymous, you can always call the Manchester Crime Line, that number 624-4040. You may be eligible for a cash reward. Reporting live in Manchester, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Tow truck driver killed in multi-vehicle crash on I-495. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
When at the tow truck driver was a 41-year-old man from North Andover, well known, well liked here in the towing community on the North Shore, and many say that his death highlights the dangers involved in the job.
Devastation.
A well-known tow truck driver was hit and killed as he was doing his job along 495 South in Andover. State police say he was outside his flatbed truck in the breakdown lane, loading a vehicle involved in a minor two-car crash. That's when a passing driver first struck one of the cars, then hit the tow truck driver.
Great guy. Great loss for the industry.
The 41-year-old victim worked with Cody's Towing based in Lawrence, which had no comment this morning. Robert Sheehan of Sheehan's Towing in nearby Methuen says the victim was always someone you could turn to.
When I have a problem and I need extra help, I pick up the phone and he's the night guy. He just gets it done.
A second tow truck operator was injured, thrown from on top of the flatbed upon the car's impact. The crash highlighting the dangers faced by those responding to incidents on roadways.
All I can say is people don't realize when you're out there and you see the lights, there's just so many distractions.
And the driver who hit the tow truck operator, according to state police, her vehicle was also hit by another passing motorist. She was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. At this point, no charges have been filed. There are some indications that black ice may have been an issue. Live in Andover, Sarah Conji, WCVB News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Democrat candidate enters Maine House race against Republican Gibson. A new candidate has entered the race for the Maine House of Representatives. Democratic Erin Gallerist of Green submitted signatures to get her name on the ballot Thursday morning, according to the Maine Democratic Party. She will be running for Maine House District 57 against Republican candidate Leslie Gibson. Gibson faced controversy after allegedly calling a survivor of the Parkland school shooting a skinhead lesbian on Twitter, according to the Lewiston Sun Journal. He has since deleted his account. WMTW News 8 has reached out to Leslie Gibson for comment. The 2018 midterm elections will take place on Tuesday, November 6th. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for your Thursday evening. And here's a look at the U.S. stock market. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the red and went down. S&P 500 closed in the red and went down. CNBC IQ 100 closed flat. Gold closed in the red and went down. Oil closed in the green and went up. US 10-year closed in the green and went up. Euro/USD closed flat. And VIX closed in the red and went down. Dow closes 115 points higher, but border market struggles as trade war fears linger. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose on Thursday, but the S&P 500 and Nasdaq Composite closed lower as investors assumed the possibility of a trade war. Brand new bridge collapse at Florida college, killing several. And let's take a listen to part of the video from ABC News.
Pipes inside your home are at risk of freezing or broken pipes at a Chelmsford home left a family without heat and water for days, and now
you're not going to remember the storm of the century as much as you'll remember the people who helped save the day.
Milltown Plumbing and Heating has been inundated with calls from homeowners in the past week.
Called Milltown Plumbing and Heating to try to get his home back in order.
Since 1979, Milltown has been making history in the Merrimack Valley area by being there when you need it most.
This is an ABC News special report. Now reporting, George Stephanopoulos.
Good afternoon. We are coming on the air right now because there has been a serious accident in Miami, Florida. That is the scene at Florida International University right now. A pedestrian bridge, a brand new pedestrian bridge just built over the weekend, has collapsed in the last hour. It's on 109th Avenue and 8th Street in Miami, trapping a number of cars and people underneath. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, there are several fatalities confirmed, 5 to 6 vehicles crushed underneath that bridge. As you can see, as I said, this is a brand new bridge. It was just finished over the weekend, this Saturday. We actually can show how the 950-ton bridge was being put up in those final hours. But you see the devastation right there. The brand new bridge has just completely collapsed onto the causeway right there. It was apparently a bridge that was connecting various parts of the campuses to off-campus housing. I want to bring in our court.
Okay, and there you go on part of that video. If you want to watch the whole video, we will be sharing the link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page. A newly installed bridge touted as a fate of engineering collapsed on Friday International University campus in Florida Thursday, killing several people. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday night, and I'll have another newscast tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Bye.